Ain't the Wallers, keep on it, good people. What's happening? It's your boy Beast Tracks, aka the Big Fish, aka I'm Jepula, host a Ghost NJINGA. Host a Ghosty boy.
Host a Ghosty.
Welcome to another episode of TMM. My favorite to be out here at Joe Cool's. Yes, in Durban. My favorite to come through, check the place out. The sun's out. It's amazing, amazing, amazing vibes. And you know what it is, my favorite to do a little bit of nitty-gritties. My favorite to, I'll tell you right now, TMM_ZA, that's our Instagram handle. Facebook, The Music Mag. YouTube, The Music Mag. You like, you comment, you subscribe, notification bell, we fam. So my favorite, today, like I normally do, bring the good shandies. I got a legend in the media game, my favorite too. A living legend, my favorite too.
God.
Man, this guy, DJ, radio host, he goes DJ. We got NJINGA in the building, my favorite.
Thank you, bro.
You good, man? I'm good, bro.
Showcase.
Thank you so much for coming through, dog.
Hey, my G, I know we had to come for you, bro. You know this.
Guys, you guys are making this show like really like move forward, man. But otherwise, you keep on. I know you were playing last night. I was there.
Yeah, man, I was playing with the Homeboy Music, you know, at Origin. We've been playing there for a while, actually. Actually, Origin gave me my first opportunity to DJ, you know. There was a time when I actually just wanted to learn how to DJ. Spoke to Dax, and I just like, please.
Please, man, just one shot.
And he gave me the shot. And the first time I got too drunk. I completely, I didn't even play. I got way too drunk. I know, bruh. So obviously, I fixed myself, you know, went back and started learning.
And you don't drink anymore, hey?
I don't drink anymore now because I realized alcohol.
I gotta have something.
There's actually nothing wrong with alcohol. You know, there's actually absolutely nothing wrong with alcohol. It's just the intake, and my intake was. So I had to, you know what I'm saying?
DJ Music, where you at? You know, some other guys said something. But my favorite, you know what it is. Like I did say, my favorite, we're trying to bring you the legends of the game. This is a show where we're about to grow and teach people more about the industry, man. So my favorite, NJINGA's in the building, bro.
Showcase.
I watched you guys DJ right last night. Mina, I'm a legend. I'm in the booth with you guys, you know what I mean? And the experience, man, I get the experience. And I won't lie, like, I've said to music, yo, bro, you need to teach me how to DJ. You know? And it's such a crazy vibe. It's crazy how, like, people actually fall in love with what you guys are doing. These guys are playing pianos at a club you don't expect to hear pianos, you know what I mean? You know
it's music, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, actually, before I get to that, music taught me how to play. It was Music Gary and Where's My Meds, but Music was the first person, so shout out to him, man. But like music is universal. I've also, actually, one thing we did at Origin with Uji, right, is that we figured out, like, actually we started with tactics first, with tactics. We figured out like a universal kind of skeleton. So when we get there, there's certain songs we'll play and then we'll add on. So every week now we're gonna add, because these songs it doesn't matter how old you are, what race you are, where you live. If some of these songs play, like Mask Off, you know, like any Drake song, basically, you know, it doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna vibe. So that's what we did at Origin. We tried to find like a neutral ground for everyone, and then we throw in, you know, other sounds just to accommodate. Like if you're there and you're a piano fan, you know, you'll be rocking out to the hip hop. You know, it sounds,
but
you know,
get your stuff.
But you'll get your stuff.
And I won't lie,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I say. So for you people who don't know, Origin is a club in Durban, well known for big venue, you know.
They should pay you for this.
They should. They say, where's the money, guys? But you know, and that club for me, bro, was more of a club where you were like, okay, I'm gonna hear a little bit of rave, you know. I'm there with my white boys. You know those guys before we go out, they're like, let's get fucked up. That's a club. But now you guys have switched it up, man. I see a lot of people that I didn't even expect to see there. There's a lot of African kids, a lot of Indians, a lot of colors, but that's because what you guys have created is people come there and just have a hub of music. And it goes down.
I mean, we can't take all the credit. There's 5 dance floors there, you know. There's really big DJs that play on the other dance floors. The likes of Craig Rude, Sizo, got Sonora, you know, there's Beebs, there's really big DJs. You know, we can't take the credit. It's just that what we do with our Bass Odyssey as well. What we do with our space is that we contribute, you know, to what everyone else is doing. You know? So when the big DJs are doing the thing on the other floors, we're doing our thing on this floor as well, just for the whole experience.
Yo, guys, sorry about that. Guys, can somebody please close the door for me, man? Can somebody please close the door for me? Yeah, bro, like.
Gotta get that door closed.
You need to close the door, man. Please close the door for me. Thanks, man. We're doing an interview there, bro. Yeah, just the door, Japan. Thanks, bro. Thanks. So, like, yeah, bro. Now we go into. Okay, now we've dabbled in what we did last night. It was nice. You guys must come next time. You'll check all the details out when the show drops.
Hopefully the country stays open.
Hey man, I was actually pleading with the president when we interviewed Beast last week. It's up, Rosso, you know. And we spoke about the same thing, like my guy. You know, you've got the skeleton key. Just open up,
do the right thing.
Open up. Yes.
Art is a real job too. You
it's
know?
a real job, man. And the fact that for the first time ever, I've never seen artists go on strike.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, artists are outside the system. You know, I don't know, okay, just very quickly, like, there's a scare, Johann Rupert spoke about it. He said, when the fourth industrial revolution hits, the middle class will dissolve. So jobs like being a cashier, being a security guard, you know,
those go out the window.
Yeah, you're going to be replaced by machines, being a cleaner, etc. But art is one thing that a machine will never be able to do. So to our skill sets is so valuable, but yet our government doesn't see the truth. But yet everyone consumes art. Like even Yazi people who don't take us seriously are wearing art on their bodies.
True that.
Yazi. They get into art when they go to work. You know what I'm saying? When they even get to work, that's art. That's art.
That's art.
Like these people.
And that's so true, bro, because like I think I had this chat with Music the one time about that simple fact, like something like a podcast like this, man. We've seen what the likes of other podcasts have been able to do, you know what I mean? Especially overseas, you know? And like the fact that they not investing in things like these, like if you look at SABC, bro, it's the same shows over and over. Bro, I can tell you generations from start to finish. You know what I mean?
Having not watched it.
Having not watched it, you know what I mean?
But I mean, obviously, we're not trying to take shots at generations.
No, not at all. It's just going back to what you're saying, man. Like, there's so much art out there, and I feel like they're not focusing on it down here in South Africa. Bro, we can make a lot of revenue with growing our brands, bro.
I think it's a good thing that we're not getting help, you know. It can be a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's really not.
I'm thinking, where's this guy going?
It can be a good thing because it's forcing us to create our own platforms. You see, like what you're doing right now. You don't now need to be on TV. You're creating TV right now. A TV channel could come through, as we've seen with other podcasts, and buy your content. That is now TV, you know. So now we are being forced to sort of like not only just focus on creating, but to also manage the business. But I mean, if you're a true artist, you might want to have someone who's business minded, you know, to handle that. But I think that it's important that we start creating, you know, our own spaces, you know.
Because like at the end of the day, bro, ain't nobody gonna do it for you, you know?
Really nobody.
So I wanna get into DYR, bro. So there's a funny story, man. Like, I used to rap. I still rap, but not like call myself a Slim Shady thanks to this guy. so NJINGA's at DYR, man. I was still a part of a group called Faceless. Me and my two homies, shout out to Master Wizard and PDF. So we make a dope song, man. Like, who's these cats coming out with all these love stories? We get an interview with you, man. Everything goes smooth until NJINGA says, has to drop a freestyle, guys.
Yeah, bro.
Oh no! Did this guy just ask us to freestyle, bro?
And we should have said no, though, bro. You should have said no.
We should have said no. But I think as well, bro. Like,
but I'm glad you didn't say no.
I think in those situations you just gotta do your best, bro. You gotta do your best. Cause I still remember Unjabulo. He's a vocalist, bro. when someone says freestyle as a vocalist, you should be smiling and stepping to the back of the room because you've got nothing to do with it, you know what I mean?
Well, not really.
Not
you still
necessarily,
gotta
but
sing freestyle, you know?
he's got two rappers around him, bro. And my boy just starts singing. But I won't lie, bro, like, your age at DYR, bro, that opened doors, bro. I think your guys' generations, I even think Sports and Cheetah was there as well. Eh?
Yeah, it was Tulile Mdletshe as well, quite a few people.
You guys, I feel like that generation there, because I think I was a part of the fact that I was able to get an interview. I was able to say, oh, there's a radio DJ, NJINGA. No, I've had an interview with that guy. I listened to the music, you know what I mean? But how do you get into DYR, bro? Because I heard a rumor that, hey, freelancing.
It was freelancing. Nobody got paid.
Yeah.
Nobody got paid. So how did I get into DYR? So I was listening to it, and I used to listen to it a lot because and then one day I heard someone speaking on it. And prior to that, I'd had quite a few people say, hey, as Vitz, you've got a good speaking voice. You've got a good radio voice. I was like, I can do this. And then I called DJ Dash. DJ Dash knew where DYR was because his mixes, used to play. He told me where it was. I went there. I met Andy Kerr. I met Tim Lewis, Abigail Beard, Carla Pretorius, Giselle Human. Who else was there? Yeah, I think there was a nice little family there. So I just chilled there. Oh, Tatum Charles and Justine van Rooyen were there. I never saw them again.
Didn't forget anyone.
I never forget people, bro. Well, I do forget people, but that's not my fault. Selective memory. But yeah, dude. So I just chilled there for like 2 weeks. I just wanted to feel the vibe. I wanted to just see what a radio station is like. And then after some time, Uram Kize.
Sorry guys, please turn this but just stop. I'm in again, please. Sorry guys, let's get back into it. You know how it is, man. Podcast life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Sorry about that, bro.
So Uram Kize was like, hey, why don't you put this guy on air? Speaking to Andy Kerr, and Andy Kerr was like, yeah, sure. And then, Carla Pretorius and I did a show together. And then from there, I realized, you know what, I think I like radio. Because I'd never thought about doing radio prior to that moment in the car, listening to that person.
To that particular
Never thought about doing radio, ever.
Talk about something being meant for you, bro. Damn. And you know what the crazy thing is, bro? Like, DYR has now literally, the growth is visible, man. Like, and there's nothing against the previous venue where it was stationed, but the venue that they're at now in Florida, you know the growth is there, man. We see it. Like when I went there, I was like, sheesh. Okay, this is nice. You know what I mean?
I mean, they had a really good deal with the Bat Center. The Bat Center is like the hub in KZN for all arts and creators. So the Bat Center looked at it and said, I would love to have you guys. But now it was growing to the point where, it had to move out of the Bat Center. And then shout out to Kevin Minter-Brown and Cameron Clausen. They were the guys that really did the business side of moving it.
All this groundwork that needs to be done.
all the groundwork, making sure that the connection is still there. You can still hear it in your FM, all that stuff, So big ups to them. But it's not just them, It was a collective effort fair too. From everyone that was on air, behind the producers, the DJs, the interviewees. DYR is exactly what it's supposed to be, and that's a stepping stone for young artists, because when you get to DYR, you don't expect to be famous, but you get the experience of knowing what it's like to be interviewed on radio, or knowing what it's like to host a radio show. The experience I got at DYR, the 2 years there, are invaluable. Invaluable experience. I can wake up at any time of the day, or no matter what mental state I am, and I'm gonna be able to do a show properly because of the experience I gained at DYR. Moral of the story: practice. There's literally no substitution. You can be as talented, you can have all the ability, but if you don't practice, it needs to be second nature.
You need to be able to wake up midnight and say, yo, Benson, got an interview, man, you know what I mean?
It's the same with fighting. All the best fighters in the world, Israel Adesanya, Frank Ngannou, Robert Whittaker, all these guys, they're so good because their muscles know
what to do.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a reaction type thing. So it's a similar concept.
And because, bro, you were there for 2 years, right? And like I say, for me, that was the golden era, bro. I will tell you that. Sports and Cheetah, bro. I went to college with this homie, right? I went to college with this homie. I don't know what we were doing in engineering. I think we were studying engineering.
Pleasing the parents.
Engineering, come on, bro.
No, but engineers make a lot of money, though.
They do,
make a lot of money.
But you could tell, bro, like, and like I still remember, like we would be in class and we got tight straight away, you know?
Yeah.
And we'd be in class, and this guy would always be like, yeah, this thing, but you know, yeah, this thing. December holidays, I get a text from him on WhatsApp. He's like, yeah, boy, I'm not going back to college next year. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, hey, bro, I'm gonna go try my chances at radio, you know? And I'm like, snap, for real. And the thing is, he had been talking about, you know, doing something along those lines, because he always told me he could never rap, can't make beats, but he really loves the media game, you know? And he goes, I think, to DYR, and he gets there. The only spot that's vacant is sports. This guy knows nothing about sports.
Really?
He hits me up, he's like, bro, I'm in, but I know nothing about sports, bro. And he goes back to what you were saying. I was like, bro, you're gonna need to know about sports. You know?
Wow.
And now I speak to him about a match, and it's like I'm speaking to a coach, bro.
Yeah, he knows everything.
He knows
about
everything.
That's why it's so
it's mind-blowing. It's a mind-blow.
Wow.
Like, and this guy, he's been, every time I hear him, I'm like, man, like as much as DYR is DYR, but damn, DYR is actually creating guys like you, guys like Sportsman Cheetah, all these guys that have come from DYR are doing very well, bro. Like I love the shows, you know, like no cap, bro. Like I'm sitting out there at the crib, Shaik taking like you know what I mean? And that's what I feel like. And I always have this chat with people that come onto the show. Is like the fact that artists move from here to Joburg to kind of get themselves on a blow up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what DYR has done very well is I see a lot of guys from DYR, whether it's radio hosts or whatever the case may be, is they still stay here.
Yeah,
You know? And you guys staying here, you guys got a big role, bro.
like to thank you for the compliment, bro.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to Sportsman Cheetah. I didn't know this.
Yeah,
I didn't know any of this.
Exposed,
It's crazy, dude.
Come and talk to us.
Like, yo, dog.
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
But
That's
yeah,
my boy.
Yeah, dude, he's award-winning now. He won KZN Sports Award. It's
that's
a
just
very
the
high
beginning,
honor.
bro.
Yeah,
Just
of
the
course.
beginning, bro.
Of course, the beginning. That guy is.
He's got too much,
He's a
bro.
little bit mental.
Yeah,
Because
genius
of how
stuff.
focused he is.
Yeah, there's some genius stuff there, bro. Only geniuses you can say, whoa. You don't have the right to be called crazy if you're not a genius.
You can't be a genius if you're not crazy,
You
dog.
can't, you can't. You know, and then obviously you were there for 2 years, bro. And then I want to now understand, like, how does this now align you from DYR to you now at Kakasi FM? How does that come about, bro?
I wish. Okay, so again, shout out to the homie Music.
Shout out DJ Music. How we go?
Orchestrated that Shandis.
Yeah.
But funny enough, the person he was talking to didn't like me.
Oh snap.
That was a weird thing. I think I missed his call when he was calling me to come for an interview.
Yeah.
And when I called him back in GFA, I was like, you obviously don't want this or something. I'm like, what?
What do you mean?
No,
I was
wanted
probably in the
it.
shower or something.
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
dude?
yeah.
And I probably was, you know? So after that, I don't know what happened. But then I got a call from Mimi Casares.
Okay.
You know? And he was like, no, come through for an interview, let's chat.
Yeah.
So, hey, dog, never prayed like how I prayed the day I went for that interview. I prayed, bro.
Bro, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. You prayed, it's not.
My G, I have prayed, bro. Yo, I think Father God was looking at me like, shame.
Shame, man.
Shame.
Let's hook
Okay,
this guy
let's
up.
go.
This guy doesn't call it
Like, he doesn't, but this time I can see, you can see, no. Because yeah, man, even in the interview, so the other gentleman who didn't really like me was also sitting there, so it was him and Mimi. So I'm just like, let me be honest. Let me just be myself. And at DYR, we were talking so much English. Our radio shows were all about English. And now this gentleman that doesn't like me is like, but how's your Zulu?
How's your Zulu, Dad?
Luckily, my dad had just taught me Itagaze.
Oh, so okay.
I had to relax.
Clan name straight away.
Fast, what relaxer? And then Umimi then was like, okay, I don't know all of them, but I gave him what I knew. But like Umimi was like, okay, cool, we'll let you know if we like you. So I honestly took that as, I didn't get it, you know, it's fine. And I'd accepted that, okay, I'm gonna do another year in community radio. And at that point, I think 2 or 3 other people had been scooped up by East Coast Radio and Vuma FM. So it was, you know.
And you knew that
it was painful.
You were there as well.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
No, bro. I was like,
when you know you're there.
And East Coast Radio called me for traffic, bro. But I knew that I'm not a traffic guy, you know, but I was gonna do it, dog, because I was just like
the opportunity,
dog, you know. But fortunately, that wasn't for me. That wasn't in the plans, you know. So I got the call back, but I'd let go.
Yeah,
I'd completely let go.
You were
like I was honestly
take the wheel, guy.
I was like, I'm just gonna do my best for another year. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I get the call, got the email. It wasn't even a call, it was an email. Oh. Dog. And then my first recording I did with Lee.
This guy's the first with everything.
This guy's always there, bro.
Hey, he's the first with the Beast, with the DJing.
Yeah, I was there that day.
You see what I mean?
You know what's funny with the Beast situation? Yeah. Beast called me asking me if I know producers.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know Lee, dog.
Yo, guys, can you just one more time please close the door for us, man? We're doing an into shot, guys. It's just for the sound, gents. Shout out. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. That's what happens when we're at venues, man. Gonna be a lot more of that stuff.
But yeah, dude. So I did my first recording. I tried recording, and yeah, dog. I ended up getting the opportunity.
The call,
I got the opportunity, and I realized, you know, like the first meeting, because when we do meetings on a Tuesday, everyone has to be there. So the first meeting, I'm sitting there, I'm looking across the table, I'm seeing the Kings of the Weekend, seeing Felix Klope, I'm thinking Zola Z-Love and King's Feast. So I was like, what is going on, bro? Do I even deserve to be here?
Yeah.
So then I made it my mission to prove that, you know, I do deserve to be here.
Yeah. And like, it's the same question that you asked me off air, bro, you know, like, who's the best at what you're doing? And I mentioned another guy, you're like, but what's wrong with you? You know? And that is what I'm taking away from this podcast, my guy. You just dropped some knowledge on me really hard, bro. You know, but like so going back to the DJing, you know, I know you're part of a movement called the Network.
Yes.
Right? But before we get into that, I want to get into the plug talk. You know what the plug talk is about? The plug talk is we actually tell you as the person who's here, because you guys are now the guys that are being looked up to, you know what I mean? So plug talk is where we just tell you about a couple of artists that you need to look out for, you know what I mean? I don't know if you've heard of a kid called 5-4 Swagger.
5-4, I actually met him before.
Nice kid.
I haven't heard his music yet, but he's a cool dude. We spoke about Netflix and stuff. I was like, this guy's cool.
Yeah. I love his song, Another Level. There's another artist that I feel like a lot of people need to watch out for, Elmas. Elmas, he's run his laps, bro. Okay. Check out Elmas. Yeah, and then there's another guy called Nerd. Like as in
like
triple N, something like that. Yeah, but without the dots in between.
Okay.
Yeah. Dope artist, and that's just plug talk. Have you ever heard of 5-4, eh?
I've heard of 5-4, so I've met the guy. Really cool guy.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear his music though. Like how I'd like to hear your music.
You're gonna hear my music, bro. Come on.
Artists.
Not gonna say much.
You need to hear my music. Okay.
I'm not gonna say much, but hey, there's some dope music out here, man.
How am I supposed to hear it? Pull it from the ethers. Like, here we go.
Even the guy from the Network, the top 30 chart, bro. You know what I mean? You know, but yeah, so like I wanna get into the Network. Before we wrap it up, man, you know what it is. How's that coming about and what is it about? Like,
so there's a misconception. The Network isn't for events, you know. It's myself, Bandile, Sbongiseni, and Tanash, right? Each of us bring in a certain skill to the table. So the Network is a media and marketing organization. So what we want to do, and this is just an example, is that we're gonna take someone and we're gonna give them a package that will propel them to wherever they need to be. Like for instance, if you're a radio personality, we'll give you a package of, let's say, we give you a podcast, maybe one season. We give you a photo shoot. We get you an interview.
Yeah.
We also maybe host an event that you are going to be facilitating. And you are the MC of. You know, like something. We also dress you. I think we're working with a few clothing brands. But yeah, something like that. So like for a fee, of course. You know, so you pay like a lump sum, or you pay in installments, and then we give you that package.
Yeah, which will help you get to the next phase.
Exactly. Like if you're an artist, same thing. You know, we get you those interviews. Because we've got a few radio stations we've partnered up with.
Nice.
So we'll get you the interviews, we'll get you the photo shoots, we'll get you the performing experience. We'll get you the studio time. We'll just give you a package, you know.
That is like what you exactly need.
Data pack, or websites, social media, all of that
crazy
stuff. Yeah, so
that is a crazy movement right there.
Yeah, man. Like obviously, like it needs all our different skills to be able to pull it off. So now we're just building our database by doing events. You know, we're just just building relationships not only with venues but with other radio stations. You know, with other creators. So whenever we do an event, we invite them over. Come through. Let's have some fun.
Check it out.
You know. But now that's now giving us an opportunity to sort of like know it's okay. These are the type of people that we're kind of working with. You know, and then we can then plan properly for them.
Plan properly. You know. So, and if the man is running the hardest show in Kakasi for me, top 30 boy, all I want to hear is music.
That's hectic, dog. Thank
bro,
you,
that's me, bro. Music will tell you. We just had this chat, bro. He's like, but there's so many other shows. I'm like, bro, I'm not out here listening to no drive time show. I'm on my grind, bro. I want to top 30. Like Silly Love, and like, I think these guys need people like you to have initiatives like this happening in the music industry, which goes into my last question is this Durban game right now. And Durban's my baby, bro. I love this city, man.
Love the city too.
I gotta see this city pop before anything, man, you know? And my thing is, like, I wanna find out, where do you think our musical, because I see the misconception now is that when we say music in Durban, people are so ready to say it's hip hop, you know? But I wanna know from someone who runs a show like you do, like the culture, not just hip hop alone, you know, just like everything in the game. Where do you think we stand? You know, like where do you think we stand right now?
Durban as a city or Black Durban? Because there's a difference. Like Durban.
I mess with Durban as a city, man.
So you see, Durban as a city, it's broken up into demographics. Like when we look at the nightlife, right? There's the white market, right? Which deals with mostly techno. There's the black market, which is more, I would say I'm a piano right now.
Piano, right? And then everything that falls under.
There's the Indian markets, that's old school hip hop, mostly gangster hip hop. And then there's the colored markets, which is more commercial pop, but a lot of old school R&B as well, you know? So that's Durban, right? If you want to throw a gig in Durban, you need to be, you see, the thing is, you can get all of these people under one roof, but getting them to interact is something else. Okay, I'm talking about something else now. What was the question again?
Where do we stand as
where
the city?
We stand, yes.
With the culture right now.
So right now, Durban is very segregated, you know, with our social life.
Someone that's seasoned, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Like, I actually, music will tell you, there was a time when it used, like, I was obsessed. I don't know why, but I was obsessed with unifying the segregation. I realize now that it's
not easy.
No, it's impossible. It really is. It really is. And that's okay.
I wasn't waiting for that one.
It's okay. You know, so right now in Durban, the nightlife or the social life, let's say the social life is very segregated, but the music, the fashion, and, you know, like certain experiences, they sort of bridge those gaps together a little bit, you know? Like you'll find some, like with this whole COVID now, a lot of day parties now are more accommodating, you know, to people of different demographics. Now it becomes more about your living standard. Like people in Umhlanga are gonna party in Umhlanga. Now it's not really about what race you are, you know. Now it's about if you're in Umhlanga, that's where you're partying at. If you're here, this is where you're at. You know, if you're here and you go to Umhlanga, you feel out of place. And they can see
you stick out.
You're not one. You know, just like a Umhlanga person.
He's not one of us.
You know what I'm
saying?
He's
dressed like us, but he's not. But he's not.
You know, like there's certain. So the segregation keeps. It keeps. There's always a new segregation.
And it's slowing us down a little bit, don't you think?
Not really. Like, I mean, you can't change. Trying to change segregation is like trying to change different cultures. That's something that it's like trying to change the different religions. It's like okay, now I'm just getting into something else that I don't have full knowledge of. But what I will say is that our social scene, it can be better. But right now, it's as good as it's ever been. It's never been as good as it is right now. Right now, right? Because right now, it's more about, no, it's just never been. Let's leave it at that. But it can be better, right? How can it be better? First of all, the president needs to open the country. First of all. And then second of all, we need to like, young people don't really know, like if you look at how older people party and younger people party, it's very different. You know, younger people are very destructive. I'm sorry to say it.
Very destructive.
Very destructive in the way that they party, you know, not just like to the environment, but to their body. Like, bro, I want to down a whole bottle, bro. And you're like, why?
But why?
Like, also took 2 pills as well. You're just like, dude, are you trying to... You know what I'm saying? And then people start calling themselves depressed. Nah, you're hungover. You're not depressed. You know, you're going through the exit stages of the drugs you've been taking. You're not depressed, you know? So I think that now, as the older people, first of all, some of us shouldn't be partying anymore.
The recovery time is not the same.
You know? But we need to, I think like we just need to, we just need to make parties more wholesome. I don't know. We just need to make... You know what I realized? There's not a single event in Durban that I can take my family to. You know, like with my daughter,
anymore, bro.
You know, and stuff like that. You know, maybe I'm talking out my bum here. You know, but I just feel as though it can't always just be about getting drunk and having a good time. You know, like events are supposed to be social, you know. Events are supposed to give me an opportunity to make new friends, you know, not necessarily just get wasted and drunk and let's just like black out, you know. I want to be able to bring my daughter and hang out, you know, with your family, you know, and we can still get drunk, you know,
just
but like
a little bit of a
but out, you know, because we do that indoors, you know. So I just think that our scene has never been as good as it is right now, but it can be more wholesome and better. I don't know if that makes sense. But
and like guys, like I'll be dead honest, man. Like all the artists in Durban, I got a problem with all of y'all. All of y'all. Every up and coming artist, I got a problem with all of y'all. You guys know what you do. I know Lab told you on the show. I know he feels it. Guys need to be open to a lot more things, man. You know what I'm saying? But NJINGA, bro, like it's been awesome sitting down with you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Probably one of my favorite ones, man. You know, I'll tell you that. Thank you so much for coming through, man. Please keep bringing us that dope music, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. The network, check it out, guys. All the information will obviously come through with NJINGA's handles and everything else that you need to know at the end of the show. But you guys don't forget, Bafethu Huwuthi, TMM_ZA, that's our Instagram page, Facebook The Music Mag, YouTube The Music Mag, Nyazigi Hoste Ghosty, Yonkin Tonzo, The Big Fish, he out, and Lazin, enjoy the music video, and I'll see you on the next episode. Shout out, we at Joe Cool's, baby.
Hoste Ghosty.
Shout out, bro.
No, it's a trap.
Pitching get play on my wrong 10. 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 Pitching get ngeqa yama-wrong 10 fawu wani ihlehlana sile sicabha ngiphuma la sis-24 iyakhathaza ngidlala i-radio ngidlala iqala qala lokusibanda ngisawukhondatha phatha phela mfunisa khombitheko sidubani walalala ngikhanda njalo qonqonqo sakina la nsimbi indala khalusha bhala isicabha sengiyahamba shaya isikhathi wafa Tripa made the bitches come play fair but they'll be ngazi usazi got the smoking on me now Louis Suarez kuyabaluma wina kuphela never lose shayina lami liyakhuluma drive taxi ngumaluma buka impisi seziyathupa buka umfana emncane buka hambe nezinja kwashup shup shup phethe ngeqa yama-wrong 10 fawu wani ihlehlana sile sicabha phuma la sis-24 iyakhathaza ngidlala i-radio ngidlala iqala qala lokusibanda ngisawukhondatha phatha phela mfunisa khombitheko sidubani ngeqa yama-wrong 10 Pits and get play yama-wrong 10 yeah. Pits and get play yama-wrong 10 Pits and get play yama-wrong 10
yeah. Pits and get play yama-wrong 10 Yaqala ukuspan ngo-96 asanyuka isipeedometer 13 seats angiphethe twin bambe imali ngikosha abantu sipana ngedwa ngekho usicapha before talk sengiphethe idoubt ekuthimi yomhlaba usikhini nosazi ngena kufriwe ngibala ushintsho wena uhamba nama-seats angisoze ngashweba ngishaya izwing bala iy'moto ngathi uthisha kheni omliyo mina umaster 801 ubhuti estrand nasi siqube esihlala efront awudinga ukukhokha kucela inama andozi no-teaching kalakathi rap ngesizulu samarawa ngizwana nokuphuma kwama-dates nginyanga ngisho ku-magic dance cosha usolo ngishe rent bathi isikhinda une-nonsense ngeqe yama-wrong 10 wacisha ukugesi phuma amaphela
Pits ngeqa yama-wrong 10 fawu wani ihlehlana sile sicabha phuma la sis-24 iyakhathaza ngidlala i-radio ngidlala iqala qala lokusibanda ngisawukhondatha phatha phela mfunisa khombitheko sidubani ngeqa yama-wrong 10 Pits ngeqa yama-wrong 10 yeah. Pits ngeqa yama-wrong 10 Pits ngeqa yama-wrong 10 yeah.